Ra. I am Dr. Minister of Princ for the Om Institute, Church of Christ Consciousness for Worldwide Hope. It is all about the supreme holiness of the female, rooted in the sacred truth of her sexuality. She holy. Another episode of Naked Church. Another sermon of Naked Church. This is going to cover the metaphysics of the death and those of everyone surrounding that crash with Kobe Bryant. Not everyone, but from the information that's been released. Okay. The first thing we want to say is we all know that it was a sacrifice. We all know that. We all know he was sacrificed. Okay. It doesn't specifically matter who sacrificed him, but he was a sacrifice. At this time, I just want to point out the metaphysics of it. Now, I'm going to go into, and I'm going to tell you about an article, and I may show it to you at some point. I found it really, really, I don't want to say weird. I'm going to say strange that the first article I read about it, it says Kobe Bryant's 13-year-old daughter killed in plane crash, along with Kobe Bryant and I think it said like 2 other passengers. Initially, they were saying 5. The first thing I thought is we know how media works. We know that the media focuses on the big name because that's the big story. So I immediately began to say, why would they say the daughter name before Kobe's? Now, there's many reasons that could have been, but none of them really made any sense. He's the big headlining story because it's him. So why would they lead with her? That automatically made me start thinking in a specific type of way. I said, that means that she was also a sacrifice and probably the biggest focus of the sacrifice. Now, there's several things that I noticed. First of all, we're in the feminine frequency right now. So more things are focused on the female. And that was amazing that the story started by saying Kobe Bryant's daughter. We all know how with a lot of celebrities, when you have big name celebrities, they'll say their children or their spouse, they'll be like Angela Bassett's husband. They'll say something like Keanu Reeves' girlfriend. Even though they know your name, they'll acknowledge you as that because you don't have that big status that they have. So I was like, why would they say Kobe Bryant's daughter? Even though they named her as his daughter, they still named her first. And I found that, something to focus on. Originally, they said it was 5. Now, it's been upgraded. They're saying 9. 5, dealing with the 5-point star, is that 5-point star symbol is dealing with the feminine energy. The 5 points, which is Allah, arm, leg, arm, head. The 6-point star is generally connected to the male, which is arm, leg, arm, head, and the 6-point is for the penis or the phallus. So we already see the 5-point star. They already began by saying Kobe Bryant's daughter. So we see the big focus is on the feminine energy. Now they're saying 9, going into the feminine, which is feminine. The femi and the number 9. If you look at the word feminine, it breaks into femi and 9. That's something that's very significant. Let's get into the metaphysics of it even more. They said she's 13 years old. We know that 13 is a big occult number. It's a very, very big occult number. It's a very, very big occult number. Then they went into several things. He was 41. 4 plus 1 is 5. Again, it takes us back to that 5. Initially, they said it was 5 people that perished on the plane. I haven't even gotten into the helicopter. I haven't even gotten into the whole breakdown of a helicopter and things of that. But we know about crashing flights, as in Left Eye, as in many other people. I forgot the guy's name that made the La Bamba record. His plane. Different people. So anyway, him being 41 is 5. This article, I'm trying to remember off the top. I'm not reading the article. I'm just remembering from yesterday. They said he was the youngest NBA player ever to be drafted. He was the youngest person to be drafted to the NBA at 18, 1-8, which comes out to 9, Femi 9. Then they said his record is, the ultimate record is 81 points in one game. I don't know if LeBron James just broke that record, because the article I was reading was saying that if the game that he was playing, if he scored a certain amount of points, he would break that record. But that's not even the issue. The issue is 81 was his record. 8 plus 1 is 9. Again, Femi 9, but it's a reverse of 18. He started 18. His highlight achievement is his 81 points, breaking records. That was very important. I'm trying to point out only the metaphysics of it. His number being 8. Again, you see the 8. But because we have the 18, which is 9, and we had 81, which is 9. But you also have to look at the individual numbers, the 1 and the 8. 1 is the phallus. 8 is the... 1 is a phallus symbol. 0 and 8 are known as womb symbols. And by womb, we mean edifice symbols. On the female, there are 3 different edifices, which is the oral, the vaginal, and anal. Usually when you see the number 8, it usually relates to the vaginal and anal, because they're so close together, like the number 8. A lot of times you see the 0, it just stands for the womb. But it can stand for any of them, depending on what else to go. You have to know the connection. Now, I'm not downplaying. Everything is metaphysics and everything is a code. The moment you're born, the moment you die, what you have for breakfast, the color of your shirt, everything is a code that we do subconsciously and superconsciously to communicate with everyone else. This is how we express the code, because this is what we're here for. So this is why I'm not going into the other things about the death. I'm sticking to the science of the death. There was a whole bunch of 6s involved with that. I believe I will have to look at the time. I'm going to look at the time. All right. I'm not going to do the whole article, but I'm going to go through some of the facts of it. We will have to break down the name Kobe and Bryant to decode this properly. Again, you see it's 9 people. The helicopter crash was in Calabasas, California. Calabasas, C-A-L, and California, C-A-L. Cal. That's very important, stuff like that. C is 3 in Calabasas, and C is 3 in California. That's 33 right there. That's very important. We already did the 41. The daughter's 13 we did, which is a big occult number. Very important. We would have to do the name. Her name was Gianna. The first 2 letters is G-I. That is very, very important. thinking about the GI, and we at World War III right now, allegedly coming into the World War III with the whole GI thing. But that's a whole nother thing. I'm not going to go into that. And we will have to go into several other things of the other passengers. All these names here will have to be decoded. All these names will have to be decoded. Everybody involved is significant. Now look, that 27 right there, community college titles in his 27 years at the school, that's not Kobe. That's 2 plus 7 is 9. Again, you see that 9, right? Okay. We lost our beautiful wife and mom today in a helicopter crash. Again, referring to the female. That's a big part. Those names, they're all important. All important. Rest in peace to an amazing mother and sister. Very important. Again, very important. You see the 50 there. 5 plus 0 is 5. Again, that 5-point star that we was talking about. The feminine principle. We see 10891. That's what they're talking about. If you look at it, as late as 10:39 p.m. Saturday was active on social media during the Lakers' 108-91 loss to the Philadelphia 76ers. That's very important. That's Philadelphia, and that's very important. But 108, if you add the 1 plus the 8, that's 9. Again, that's 18. But it's also 9. So that's another 9 there, which is very, very important. So there will be 9, 9, and 1, to say the least. But if you add the 1 and the 9, that's 10, plus the other 9, that's 19. 1 and the 9. That's very important. Those are also sex numbers because you add the 1 and the 9 together, you get 10. The phallus and the womb. But looking at that 10 right there is automatic phallus in the womb. But if you think about it, also the 1 and the 3 is a 13. The 1 and the 9 is a 19, which comes out to 19 breaks down to 10. I'm not going to go too far with that, but I'm just showing you something right here. Mamba for life, mama. The first 2 letters is A-M, ma. Ma. I did another video about this, talking about the matrix and ma. The difference between the ma and the L. Ma is the feminine principle. Very, very important. You see the 8 there, right? The date when it happened, 8/24, right? We see that, right? Okay. You see it. I messed up. We see respect for Kobe Bryant, a 18-time All-Star with the Lakers, who is eligible for the Basketball Hall of Fame this year. This year is 2020. That's very significant. But again, you see 18. How come the numbers 18 keep popping up like that? All right. Right here, you just see, I was like, wow, seeing a kid, 17 years old, coming to the NBA and trying to make an impact on a franchise. 17. 1 plus 7 is that 8, which is one of the numbers of 18. The 1 and the 8. Right here. 1996. I skipped by something else. 1996. That's always important because we see the 1 and 9. But the 96 is the actual opposite of the 6-9. The rapper, Tekashi 6-9. I want to go back real quick, and I'm going to end this video after this. once I show this, if I find it real quick. I mean, I don't even know where it was at for me to find it. But I was just scrolling through and I found it. Oh, right here, 9:47. The call was received. 4 plus 7 is 9. 9, 4. If you add the 4 and the 7 together, that's 11. So that'd be 911. There's a lot of codes written into this. A lot of codes. A lot of codes. He was 6'6". You see that? 6'6". You see a lot of sixes. Right? What you see here, he wore number 8 and number 24. 24 is a 6. You see a lot of 6s involved with this, right? A lot of 8s involved. A lot of 1s and 9s. His 81-point game, we talked about that already. But it was another thing in here. I probably skipped past it. But it was dealing with a 6'9". It was actually a 96 that reversed a reverse of a 6'9". So I'm going to bring this video to a closure right here. Philadelphia native Bryant was selected number 13 overall in 1996 by the Charlotte Hornets before being traded to the Lakers. Number 13. How come this number 13 keep popping up? Because it's hella significant. That's their code number. That's the number of the master in black magic in the occult world. The occult world, in case you don't know it, is the highest level of sorcery and witchcraft. That's the game that's being played right here. Boom, 29. That comes out to 11. November is in Gregorian calendar is the 11th month, 11/11. Then you look right here. Boom, 2015. All adds up to 8. If you put the 8 next to the 11s, it looks like 18. But it's this number keep popping up again. In his final game on April 13th, what are the odds? Again, the 13 just keep popping up. What are the odds with that? 2016 comes out to 9. Boom. No coincidence. Not at all. It's not a coincidence. Here, averaging 17.6. 1 plus 7 is 8. 8 and a 6. You see these numbers keep popping up. He scored 60 points. Again with the 6. So, all of this, 24 is 6. Number 20. Oh, we already did that. So, I'm going to just bring this video to a closure because it's getting too long. But I haven't analyzed this whole article or a lot of things involved with it, but it's the metaphysics. I just want to show you the pattern that's taking place throughout life. It's not a coincidence. His life, all of our lives, everything we do is a message. We just have his to go upon as a reference. Let's take his untimely demise as a well, let's use this opportunity to not only reflect and appreciate him, but to utilize the codes in his life to enhance our own and figure out what's going on in his matrix. I'm not your average priest. It's not your grandma's religion. I might not like you, but I still love you. Rahul.